That's right, guys. In today's insanely spicy video, we are going to be building a crazy gold farm, but not just a gold farm. This thing's also going to be a crazy XP farm, getting me hundreds of levels and thousands upon thousands of gold. And like always, this video did take a ton of time and it was a lot of work. So if you guys do go on to enjoy, make sure you guys hit that like button for me to let me know that it was a banger. Also consider joining the PaulGG army. Subscribing is literally free and you get to participate in the kingdom because I'm naming things in our hardcore world after whatever you guys want, whether it be a villager or an iron golem. Either way, subscribe and comment down below to let me know, and let's get on to episode 16 of Minecraft Hardcore. Welcome, gamers, back to the kingdom, the ruling hardcore world, the best hardcore world of them all. You cannot deny it. In the previous video, hello, how you doing? Ooh, pink dye still? I missed pink dye from the last guy. Either way, I'll come back to you in a second. Once I'm done introing this video, okay? I'll be back, baby. In the last video, we built up this epic, beautiful tower. Now, the roof looks a little small to me now that I look at it, and I'm probably going to end up changing the way this thing looks even more so than I already have. But we built up this epic tower just to do trades, basically. It's a giant trade tower. Trade tower? Isn't that? Yeah, no, that's an IRL thing. Regardless, it is full of villagers with a water elevator that goes all the way to the top with all sorts of different jobs. The whole goal of this thing is to get me tons and tons of emeralds whenever I want them. So this was a huge upgrade for the kingdom and just making us completely OP and you know, the rulers of this world. Now we officially have a source to be able to get tons and tons of emeralds. We already have a beautiful source of getting lots and lots of iron. Oh yeah, and then this was like a tiny bee farm that I was setting up for another video that I didn't end up actually recording. So we got a little bee farm and it, you know, collects a little bit of honey for us. Either way, we have an insanely OP iron farm over here too that just collects tons and tons. Wow, yeah, I need to add probably a couple more chests to this soon. Needless to say, we get tons of resources in this world. But when I came home to drop off a little bit of resources and I opened up my chest, I noticed, we got a lot of iron. We got a decent bit of diamonds, but I know how to get a lot of diamonds. Diamonds are easy to get. We can get a lot of emeralds now, so I'm not too worried about that, but we don't have anything really for gold, and that's a problem. And now when it comes to building up and constructing a gold farm, there's a couple different ways that you could go about it. You could build it up so that basically it'll just get you tons and tons of gold, because there are some gold farms that get you a ridiculous amount of gold, but the downside is that you get no XP out of it. Which, real quick, I want to test something out at my Enderman farm that we built a couple episodes ago, because honestly the Enderman farm is pretty good and it does get you a lot of XP pretty quick. A lot of people were commenting that I should try out some instant damage potions to instantly slay every single one of the Endermen that are in front of me, because if this works out pretty well, then I might consider just building the gold farm to only be a gold farm, which would be pretty cool. But I am pretty curious about building it up to be an XP and gold farm, because honestly you could just never go wrong with too much XP. So all these Endermen are basically just one hit. Every single one of them fall down a giant tower and become a one hit. Let me turn this on because it needs to spit out all the pearls, which is one of the downsides to this. But here, let's test this out. Let me throw it over here. Maybe it's not doing enough damage. See, this is what my worry was with crafting of potions, that wouldn't be worth it. And I think that might have just sealed the deal for me, that I would rather build up the gold farm so that it's an XP farm and a gold farm, because swinging away at the Enderman farm gets a little bit old. I'm not gonna lie. It's an effective farm and I know a lot of people like it, but it just, I'd rather have something that I could just fully AFK at. The instant damage pots could have been really good. If I make them instant damage too, then it probably would insta-kill every single one of those Endermen. The only problem is I hate crafting potions and I don't want to have to go through crafting of potions just to be able to go get a lot of XP. So I think that does seal the deal for me, that I am going to make this gold farm be a super OP gold and XP farm. So now that we know that this thing's gonna be an XP farm and a gold farm, now it's time to start collecting all the resources that we're going to need for this giant behemoth of a build. This thing is going to be El Giganto. And pretty much the most important block that I'm going to need for this is going to be tons and tons of magma. So let's get into mining lots of this stuff. One thing's for sure, at least when it comes to mining magma blocks, is there's just so much of it everywhere, and it's honestly a satisfying block. As brainless as this feels to just mine up this block, it's also the best block to mine, I gotta be honest. And after filling up 2 full shulker boxes and almost my whole entire inventory, and also putting my pickaxe on death's door, more. A pickaxe needs to survive. We should have enough magma blocks to be able to get this thing at least cranking for now. I'm probably gonna have to come down and mine for a little bit more while building it up, but it should be okay. Now we do still got a couple more things that we need to do real quick before we get to construction though. Starting with getting on the roof of the Nether. I need to get through that bedrock, baby. And ideally, I do want to try to make my portal above where my current portal is. I think it's kind of below me. I don't really know. I need to get the coordinates here in a second. Now we've hit the bedrock, the roof rock. I need to try to find a block that goes up to 127. So on the right side over here, it says targeted block up to 126 up there. And sometimes finding this block is incredibly easy, and then other times it's incredibly hard. And it turns out to be kind of easy this time. So there it is. That's 127. We close off the rest of this tunnel, so then when I come up here, I know exactly where I'm going. I hate getting lost on the roof of the Nether. We just need to craft up a few ladders and then climb on up and eat a pearl right through. And so then now I need to break this piece of bedrock. So I'm going to place obsidian, place down a piston right there, TNT, place down a trapdoor and a lever. And this will be our bedrock breaking machine. Now all I need to do is flip this lever and then spam place a piston. I whiffed it. Okay, we gotta try again. TNT, lever, and trapdoor. Round two. Here we go. And we got it. Oh, okay, so now break that, and there we go. Got a hole in the roof. Now we have easy access to get up and down onto the roof where we're gonna be building this giant gold farm. However, I did also just realize that it's best to build it above nether waste, and I am above a soul sand valley. So now all I need to do is build up another portal real quick above my old portal. And I built this portal for short people, so let me just break this one. Gosh dang it. And now all we got to do is see if it connects, which it does beautifully. So now we have easy access onto the roof, easy peasy. And now it's officially time for construction. And the first thing that I'm going to need to do is attempt to find a nether waste biome where pretty much just nothing but piglins are going to spawn. Well, zombie piglins, although I will take piglins as well. It looks like now we got one. I can still see my portal, which is perfect. Next, I'm gonna have to make a couple of chests because I'm gonna have to store a whole lot of things over here because this build takes a lot of resources. Yikes. I'm gonna have to make a couple trips back and forth just to be able to get everything over here. But after those journeys are now done and over with, it's officially time to start building this thing up, starting with some scaffolding going way up into the sky. Oh, scaffolding, the best thing and the worst thing in the game, because now I have to climb you and you're not quite like an elevator. You're very slow. But now that I'm finally at the top, now I need to build out a platform that is 7 by 7 and just fill it in like so. So now we have a place to actually work up here, and also nothing to spawn on because it is glass. I just need to preemptively set up the hopper system for this so that when I go to set up chests, at least we have a bunch of hoppers already set up. Now it's time to begin building up the next platform. This one I just basically got to build all the way around and around the hoppers and stuff like that, just like so. I need to bust out some handy dandy rails real quick to place down on top of all the hoppers because we're gonna have to place down a bunch of mine carts on these. Well, not these ones specifically. These ones are gonna have some hopper mine carts on top of them to funnel items. That's 2 mine carts. All right, there we go. To funnel all the items down into the hopper system and then into chests. So bada bang, a bada boom. I also need to very carefully break the rails underneath each one of these. Probably shouldn't do it with my pickaxe, and my pickaxe is gonna obliterate everything. But YOLO swaggins, baby. And now I gotta do this weird thing where I place down a piston and then I push a block right into that thing. Bam, just like so. Doesn't not look right, but it is, I think. I hope. Hold on, let me test this real quick. Okay, I throw an item on it and it still gets sucked in. Nice. Beautiful. And I basically just gotta do that a handful of times. Jeez. And then one of the last things I gotta do is basically enclose each capsule area with some slabs, and then I can just toss the rest because I don't really need you. Goodbye. And I gotta place down some rails on each and every single one of these. And then this is the scary part where I'm gonna have to make 24 mine carts, exactly 24 mine carts, and place down all 24 on the same rail and cause some insane cramming damage basically. So anything that gets stuck right here is just gonna get absolutely absolutely shredded. And so very carefully, I just gotta add each and every single one of these. Then now that we got all of our mine carts all set up, now I need to basically build out the small little platform that I'm going to be AFKing on, which will just be like right here. Wait, can I still get in that? I can, but it's kind of, nah, maybe we do a trapdoor right there, just like so. So, ow. Okay, I forgot to make ladders. There we go. So now I can easily just get up and down. Then next I need to build up each corner of this thing to kind of create a little bit of a room. And now all I need to do is basically just square off the top of this thing to make it all smooth like my brain. And now I need to build up the funneling system with trap doors where all the piggy boys are going to be falling into, starting with this carpet right there, and then just go up this wall. I can get rid of these temporary blocks. Do that for each side. Now onto the weird part of this, where we add a bunch of grindstones all the way up the side of the trapdoors, which honestly, I think these things just look really cool. I think grindstones are a very visually appealing block. Now, one of the last things I need to do is basically close off the room for this so that I will be completely safe whenever I have hundreds of piglins running at me trying to get my blood. Now, in the past, I've built up a very similar version of this gold farm before. However, I made it a lot smaller and a little bit more lazily. But today we're going big. The problem with going this big is that I'm gonna need a lot of resources. So I'm probably gonna actually have to go home to get a lot of glass, because now I have to build up a giant glass circular platform for this. Because in the past, I always made it square just to, you know, make it easier on my brain. But I'm gonna make it a giant circle this time around, because I mean, honestly, why not? A little way cooler. Regardless, to save you some time and not myself, maybe we just, you know, do a quick little time lapse. Okay, and it is official. We have our giant glass circle now. This thing is El Giganto. It is huge, but it still pales nothing in comparison to what we gotta do now. Because now, after loading up our inventory full of tons and tons of netherrack, and I'm gonna have to keep coming down for more, it's time to build out 8 blocks from this and basically round all the way around this entire thing. Is going to be painful in many different ways, because if when I stand on this, I hurt. No, I'm just kidding. I know everyone's going to be like, oh, use fire resistance or frostwalker. Nah, honestly, I feel the burn, baby. I feel it. Either way, this is going to be painful and very, very long, because I have to go all the way around this thing. Come on. Lightning speeds, of course. But not only are we going to build all the way around this thing, but we're going to do it multiple times, because we're going to make this thing at the very least 3 stories. We'll see when I start losing brain cells, though. And I mean, I've already lost plenty of brain cells, I'll be honest. But we'll see when I give up on having to go get more magma blocks to be able to build this thing up. But like I said, at the very least, I'm gonna go for 3 stories. Thank goodness for G Fuel, dude. Oh my god, let me tell you. Hey, by the way, my code is 30% off again. Make sure you guys use code PaulGG at checkout when you're getting yourself some of that juicy G Fuel, baby. Now, after many hours, we finally have every single layer up to 3 layers now. And I mean, look at all these piggy boys just waiting for me. The only downside is one of these sides kind of goes right up to a basalt delta biome. So one of them doesn't really spawn as much. However, it's still going to be super OP. Now we're finally beginning the final stages of the construction after I get rid of the stupid square ugly. So as I was saying, now what I need to do is basically on the roof of each and every single one of these, just basically place down a bunch of glass 2 blocks up so that no ghast will be able to spawn. And I just got to do this about 1,000,000 times. Yeah, no, this is exactly the issue. I don't want no more of that. Oh my gosh. And now that we got the glass roof all set up, which I'm like 99% certain I did it wrong. However, no gas have spawned yet, so I'll consider that a success. Now what I must do is pretty much line this entire thing with trapdoors on the top layer and on the bottom layer. And this is going to be just as painful as placing down every single one of these blocks. I'm just kidding. No, this is going to be nowhere near as bad. I would rather place down a million trapdoors this way than have to place down all these blocks ever again. Now that all the trapdoors are all finally set up, now all the piglins, whenever they get mad at me, are going to just think that they could be able to run straight to me, but in reality, they're going to fall off this ledge and then go fall in a pit of doom down here. Now, moving on to basically the last thing that I really, truly need to do for this, and I don't even need to do it, I just more so kind of want to, and that is going to be setting up a auto sorter for all the different items and stuff like that I'm going to be getting. Pretty much, I just want the auto sorter for the gold, and then the rest of the loot is pretty much just going to get tossed into like a trash can. I'll be completely honest, and the trash can's going to be very big. So real quick, we're going to leave this behemoth behind, go head home, grab some resources, and we'll be back. And for this auto sorter, what I planned on doing is basically just feeding all of these hoppers into one source, basically just one little area, which it should honestly be a piece of cake. And I just need to basically prematurely set up where all the hoppers are going to be going. Then I need to grab some comparators and place them all down like so that then I can be able to place all the hoppers going straight into these comparators, because these are going to be the filter items. And lastly, if I could be able to get in here by like flying, there we go. I need to place all the hoppers into the chests. That is after I make more, of course. And then pretty much just finish setting up all the redstone for this thing, which is going to take like 2 seconds once I get all these scaffolding set up. So we'll see how it looks when it's done. And with all this finally set up, we got the redstone and everything all set up properly. We got our torches in there, and then we set up multiple chests. And now I need to climb back up. There's only one more thing that I really need to do, and that is basically name a bunch of items as filter items. So here, let's just real quick make an anvil so I don't gotta go home. Then we'll just name like a stack of blocks, and we will name it blocks. Then all I gotta do is add 4 of them to each of these hoppers, and then we're chilling. And then I'll never use these blocks ever again. Goodbye, block. But now it is officially time to put this thing to the test. Well, that is after we name some subscribers in the kingdom, of course. Like I mentioned earlier, we did build up this beautiful stonky tower, and in the last video I asked you guys if anyone wanted to be named after any of the villages on the inside. So Ryder, you get to be a book boy on the first level, and then Honey Pie, you get to be a cleric as requested. Then lastly, I actually need an iron golem for this one, and this iron golem is going to be J-Dog. So there you guys go. Like I said, guys, comment down below if you guys want to join the PaulGG army, the kingdom, the never ending and always growing kingdom. And now let's see how OP this gold farm is really going to be. Now, if I did this all correctly, all I would need to do, first of all, I didn't do this correctly. Hello, where did all this glass come from? So as I was saying though, if I did this correctly, all I would have to do is shoot one of these guys. Everybody in their mom gets mad at me, dude. Okay, apparently, oh, there it goes. Yep, there we go. Okay, and then they all fall into these holes where I need to actually open up these. Question mark? No. Oh no, did I ruin this? Did I ruin this? Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm just gonna get rid of these bottom ones. Let's see how many. Oh, wow, that's going up fast. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of XP. I'm already 65. I've gone up what, like 3 levels now? Okay, and as painfully loud as this thing is, I'm gonna sit here in AFK, and we're gonna see how long it takes for me to get to level 100. I mean, this thing is literally climbing. So here, real quick, I'm gonna set a timer, and then we're gonna see how long it takes to get to level 100 from, I think I started this at 60, and now I'm at 68 though. Regardless, let's see how this goes. All right, and here we go, and there. We got 8 minutes, 28 seconds, all the way up to level, oh my. I didn't realize how many items were really getting backed up. Yeah, maybe the auto sorter wasn't the move, huh? Hold on, let me fly away so that I could despawn all these guys. Then we'll zoom back over here so that we can be able to see what's going on with this auto sorter. I don't know if I did anything with it other than, oh my God, so loud, other than just set it up. So there, okay, this is filtering nuggets, which is what it's supposed to be. That's, okay, rotten flesh. like it's supposed to be. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, that's a lot of gold swords. Okay, it's looking good. What is this? Oh, that's supposed to be ingots. Oh, there was so many ingots stacked up literally right there. What's going on right here? Oh my. Okay. I know the issue here. I know what the issue is. I need to make it so that, well, it funnels into one hopper no matter what, because that's kind of just how this goes. I don't know what to do about it other than just, I guess, let it all just filter in, you know? That's all you can really do. Regardless, though, this thing is beautifully OP, and I love every second of it. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys smash that like button for me. Hit subscribe, join the PaulGG army. Comment down below if you guys want to participate in the kingdom. And for now, I will see you guys in the next one.